Hi friends, in the last session we have discussed about list data type and its functions and how to apply slicing, how to access the elements by using indexing. In this session we are going to discuss, it's an extended session which we are going to discuss about slicing, as many people ask me to explain positive slicing, negative positive slicing, positive negative slicing, negative negative slicing, along with some step values here. So let me discuss one by one, along with the missed functions, which I think I have missed in the last session, one or two functions. Let me discuss about slicing as well as those functions, and also how to modify multiple elements using slicing concept. We'll discuss here. Okay. So first, let me take one list which will have elements like 11, 22, 11, 11, 22, 23.5, Python, and Java. As we know, list is heterogeneous element separated by comma, and it allows duplicate values. Order is preserved. So when order is preserved, we know the index starts index. When order is preserved, we can say that they are also indexed, which means index starts from 0, 1, 2. As I wrote here, both positive and positive indices here, the condition you should remember is always first index should be lesser than last index. By chance, if you take first index greater than the last index, then you can see 0 elements printed within a list, which means it is like space. It's like 0 elements. So always remember, first index should be always lesser than last index. So if you take here, it will print second. It will start from, this is start index or first index, I will say. Start index is 2. So 0, 1, and 2 here. So 2 starts from 11, and 3, and 4, and 5. It won't print a sixth element. It will print 6 minus 1 element, as we know. Already we have gone through the previous session. 6 minus 1 means it should be 5. Okay. So till 23.5, it is going to print from 11, 11, and 22 and 23.5. Okay. Second, let me take one negative index as well as one positive index. Let me print here the same example. If you take, I'm going to just use print L of minus 7 is to 5. So let me take minus 7. So from where minus 7 starts? So this is minus 1. This is minus 2. This is minus 3. Minus 4. Minus 5. Minus 6. And minus 7. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, and minus 7. So when minus 7, you need to take these elements completely, this stuff elements from 22 to, you need to take from 22 to last. This is minus 7. And now we have to consider the positive index, which is nothing but from left to right, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What we got the output is 5 means it should be 5 minus 1, which is nothing but 4. So 0 to 4 it should print actually, because 5 means 0 to 4. But as we should notice here, minus 7 means the 5 value should be present within minus 7 range only. From this range itself we should get output, which means you remove this 0 and remaining elements from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as 5 means 5 minus 1. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 22, 11, 11, and 22 it will print. So this is to be noticed. So whenever we have a negative index, first remove that negative index. So till here you have to remove here, from here to here, and then you need to take positive index, which starts from 0 to 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till here. But as we should be aware, we should aware that minus 7 means still 22. So we need to remove, we should ignore this 11 and count from 1 to 4, because 5 means 5 minus 1, 4. So 22, 11, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 prints to here. I hope you understand something from this. If you practice more, you will understand very clearly. And the next thing is positive and negative index I'm taking here. Okay. Now again, minus 5. So minus 5 means minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and minus 5. So till here. And positive index is 1. So 0 and 1. So rest of our elements it will print. Remove this minus 5 completely. remove this -5 and print the rest of the elements from start index. So start index is 1. So start from here and end from here. So this is about positive and negative index. You can do more and more practicing exercises so that you will get more idea on this. Okay, so next thing is -5, -7 and -5. Just again the same thing here, -7, so till here -7, and -5 is nothing but till here. So take this -5 always within this -7 range. By chance, if -5, so -5 is not within this range, then you will get again spaces. For example, I will take -8. So what we are going to get here? So -7 is still here, whereas I'm taking -8, which is out of this range. So if I take within this range, -6 also, I'll get 22. Within this range, within -7 range, you should have the elements. So -7 is still here. So minus ranges always should follow within this -7 range. So I'll take 5. So you can see 22 and 11. This is about all the different positive, positive, negative, positive, positive, negative, and negative, negative indexes. Okay. Let me take 3 indexes. Third one, what is third one? Is nothing but a step. So when I consider this first index, then when I don't write anything here, so think that nothing is there here. So 1 is 2, which means from first index till last it will print. Now I'm going to add one more column here, and then I wrote 2, which means starts from 1 and ends till last, because I didn't wrote the end index here. Start index I wrote, I didn't wrote here end index. So now consider now consider 2, which means first element plus 2, which means this element is skipped, again this element is printed, again this element is skipped, again this element is printed, again this element is skipped, again this element is printed. Same way you can see here, which means step, or which means difference. Or we can add, simply add, this is first index, add plus 2, then it will become third index. No second index, it will print third index. Again plus 2, it will print fifth index, again seventh index. Okay, in this way you can just add and skip the skip the even indices, print only odd indices here. Okay, now let me consider the one. If you remove this one here and you print nothing here, which means it starts from 0 and ends till the length of the index. So starts from here and ends till here. And when I wrote here 2, oh sorry, 2 here, which means it starts from here, again skips this one, again print this one, again skips this one, prints this one, skips this one, prints this one, skips. Okay, you can see here Python is the last element, 11 is the first element here. Now let me take, instead of positive index here, let me take a -1 here. Okay, so what -1 will do, it instead of counting from left hand side to right hand side, it will count from right to left, which means -1, -2, -3, -4. So when I'm writing -1 here, let me take -2 first. So -2 here, then what it's going to do, this is the first element, it's going to print, skips this element, again prints this element, again skips this element, print this element, skips this element, print this element, skips this element. First element will be Java, and last element will be 22. Okay, so this is nothing but -2. Now let me take, instead of -2, let me take -1, which means every element will be printed, no difference, no step. Okay, so every element will be printed, but from right hand side to left hand side, which is nothing but reverse of a list, reverse of a list. Okay, so this is about slicing concept. If you want more information, you can try yourself by giving positive, negative, negative, positive, what it's going to do at all. Okay, so this is about slicing concepts. So let me add the missed out function in the last session. Okay, so let me take find. So l dot find of l dot find, there is a function called find. What it's going to do, for example, I want to find Python here. So what it's going to do, I think find is not present for this list. It will be there for strings, I guess. Okay, so let me modify the elements. Okay, so let me take one simple list, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, or A I will take. Let me take A, let me take B, let me take C, let me take 50, 44, 55. Okay, now I would like to modify this third element to XYZ. Can I do this? People ask me whether we can modify the single element and replace with 3 or 4 elements. Yes, you can do that. So let me print how to do that. First, let me print this third element. How to print this third element is we need to specify the index of the third element, which is nothing but 0, index starts from 0, 1, and 2, which is nothing but 3. Sorry, 2 here. So you can see 3 here. So now I want to modify this 3. So what to do? If I modify simply like this, it won't work. Let me take L of 2 equal to, I want to add group of elements, for example, X, for example, Y, for example, Z. So whether I can do this, we can't do this. Let me take it. Yes, but it is adding in list separately here. Instead of third, I'm adding separate list here. I want to add as individual elements. Then what I will do here, 0, 1, 2. So I will write it as 1:2. And let me modify here, or 2:3. 2:3. Then you can see 1, 2 is present. Instead of 3, I have replaced as X, Y, Z here. This is one thing which you have to notice. Okay, you can just modify the single element or replace with multiple elements. Okay, you can even do, I think we can even try adding in front, adding in at last also. So let me add in front, which means how to do this, 0. Okay, 0. Yes, let me add elements in the beginning. That means before 1, 2, 3. Let me add L of column 0, which means before 0th element. I would like to add some elements. Let me take elements as, again, X, Y, Z. So X, Y, comma, Z. So now print L. Let me take print, let me print L. You can see as X, Y, Z has been added before 1. Yes, it's added. Okay. Similarly, now let me take the same list. Let me add element at the last. How can we add that at the last element? So now L of length of L is 2, which means what is the length of L here? Length of L is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So length of L is 8. 8 is 2, which means at the last it is going to add at the last. So let me consider, I want to add 3 elements here. So I need to specify 3 elements within the list, X, comma, Y, comma, Z. So now let me check. Yes, you can add elements at the beginning and the end, as well as at the end. So this is one more example to add the elements at the beginning or at the end. Okay, so let me take one more example here. L equal, or let me consider the same list, L equal to same list, and I'm going to take L1 equal to X, comma, Y, comma, Z. Now I would like to print, I would like to L plus L1, what it's going to do. So it's going to add the elements at the end. So you're able to add the elements at the end of the list. So I'm going to add L1 to L. So this XYZ is added at the end of the list. Okay. So in this way we can add, or simply we can add L dot append of L1. As we know, we have a append method. We can add here. Okay. So you can see the same way, but problem is here is it will add a single element. So let's take extend. So extend spelling, I think. Okay, and so it's adding at the end of the list. Okay, so in this way we can add one list to other list. Okay, so this is one more example. So if you consider list comprehension, what's a list comprehension? Let me discuss list comprehension. Okay, so list comprehension input will be, so output will be in list, it should have a for loop, and also it iterates over the range of elements. Okay, so list comprehension is the very nice idea or a very nice concept in Python, where we can get in single line, we can write the program here. So first let me take here the same one example here. So L equal to, or X equal to, I'll write K for K in range of 1, 10, 1, 20. When I write range here, it'll start from 1 and ends with 20, which means 1 is included and 20 is excluded. So it prints from 1 to 19. So let me consider here print X. Some error I got, name X is not different. I think it should be capital X. Let me take a capital X. So yes, we're getting output as 1 to 19 here. So what it's going to do here, this K, whatever we're writing here, this K is nothing but that will print. This K is for printing, and this is our for loop. And inside for loop we have given 1 to 20, which means 1 to 19 it should print. So apply this for loop on some range of 1 to 10, 1 to 20, and K is iterator, which iterates through 1 and ends still 19 here. And that K, if you want to print, you should mention this at the first position. And how the output is, it should be in list format. As we have given in the list, it is also, we got the output in the list format. This is nothing but list comprehension. We have similarly other data type comprehension like dictionary comprehension, set comprehension. We don't have tuple comprehension. We're going to discuss during that time. When we are going to discuss about tuples, we're going to discuss about that. Okay, so this is nothing but a list comprehension. So it looks like just printing 1 to 20. For example, if you want to print squares, so let me take here, that's all. So you can see here, squares of each number will be printed within a list between 1 to 19. All the squares have been printed here. So you should understand that list comprehension is iterating within a for loop and iterating within a range of 1 to 19, and it should have always an expression within a list. So that output also will be in list. So as we know that comprehension is nothing but making it small, from larger passage, making it small. So that is nothing but comprehension. So I am making very large or else a big program I made within a single line. So this is considered as a list comprehension because the output will be in list as well as input it will be in a list. Okay, so I hope something you might have understand about the list comprehension, about slicing, about how to add elements at the beginning as well as at the end. So there is one interview question here. I'm going to discuss about interview question here which was asked. One is, let me take list equal to 1 comma or 10 comma 20, 30 and 40. One more list I'm having, L1 equal to 2, 3, 4 and 5. The question is, I should get the output as in the list format 20, 60, 120 here and 20. So 200. Okay, so which means product of 10 to 2, 10 into 2, 20, 20 into 3, 60, 30 into 4, 120 and 40 into 5, 200. So how to achieve the output? This was the interview question asked. So we should know what is zip concept here. Zip. Okay, so how to what zip will do, it will take each element from list 1 and list 2, and it will convert it into list of tuples. As zip is an object, it won't show any output, it will just print as object in particular memory location. To show the particular output, zip should be replaced within some particular data type like list. So let me convert into list, and then inside zip I'll just mention as L comma L1. Okay, now I'm saving this into X equal to, and then I'm going to print that, print X. So now you can see this element and this element, list of tuples here you can get. Now you can apply your operation to multiply this element into this element, this element into this element by using something. For example, I will apply map. Let me take map function, map of lambda a is to a a of a of I, or a is to a of I plus a of I. I have taken here, I have initialized a particular variable called I as 0 here, and then I have taken map lambda, which we are going to discuss in the further sessions. So here map, and then lambda will take one variable, and I am creating one expression using that variable as a of I into a of I plus 1, whereas I means 0, which means first index. So we got the output as, so before this let me print X so that you will understand. So when I, this is I, a of I, a of I means a of 0, this is the first index. Then I'm adding a of I plus 1, which is nothing but I plus 1 is nothing but a of 1, a of 1. So 10 plus 2 is 20, sorry, 10 into 2 is 20, and then 20 into 3 is 60, 30 into 4 is 120, and 14 into 5 200. So using this map you can build this. This was the question asked, which can do this. One more question we have asked, which we can do using map. I think it's better to discuss while discussing about or talking while we talk about map. So let me take this. So this is something about list comprehension, adding and deleting, adding an element at the starting position and ending position. Deleting element you can do anyway using pop, which we have discussed in the last session. Deleting we can do in several ways using remove, clear. You can use delete, and you can use pop. Okay, so in this session I just talked about list comprehension mostly, and adding an element at the starting position and at the end position of the list. Hope this helps something about about slicing as well as list comprehension, and some example by how to add elements or how to multiply elements from L and L1 to lists. So we have to use zip, we have to use map, we have to use lambda, everything we will get to know in the further sessions. Okay, if you have any kind of doubts you can comment out here. Thank you.